Everybody, I'd like to call this Records Management Committee meeting to order. This meeting of January 2nd, 2008. Are we in compliance with the open meeting law?
Mm-hmm.
Good, thank you. This meeting has been posted in various locations throughout the city. Was that item number one that I just did? Call to order? Thank you. You did too? Thank you. So now I'd like to have approval of the minutes by reference to the Records Management Committee meeting of November 26, 2007. Any discussion on those minutes?
Second.
It's been moved in second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion's been passed. That brings us to item 4, which is our abeyance item. Discussion of possible action regarding a bill draft to incorporate the local government records retention schedules and the Nevada Local Government Records Management Program Manual for the City of Las Vegas and other record committee matters. I believe, Mr. Redline, you've got a latest version for us.
It was produced by Val working with Beverly. So what that means is that I didn't work on this, and Beverly has just pointed out that we dropped a word, probably a word at the bottom of the first page, the underlying language. And Beverly, I'm guessing that's going to say, that should have said chapter, but perhaps
I'm wondering if he's meant ordinance.
I'm sorry?
I'm wondering if he meant ordinance.
Which section are you referring to, Beverly?
Phone number.
You don't have it.
This is the one. This was the one I had.
When we get down here, in this last line of that first page, maybe I just better make a phone call and see if we can get the answer to it. I don't think it's going to say ordinance. I think it's going to say chapter. I think it's going to be 2.60.
6604 is now.
He's 6604.
Yes.
Val is 6604.
Sure.
That didn't work?
You got a guess, Sharon? Hi, is Val in, Mary? Chris, please. Thanks. It's John. I'm going to do the clerk's office where we're talking about it's changing records retention business in Title II, Chapter 60, and we seem to have a typo, something left off on what was last produced, and this is for 2.60.040. Well, it's proposed legislation. It hasn't been worked out for. It's what Val's been working with the clerk's office to get our committee to the point where we're ready to review it and propose it for bill status. So I don't know about it. Val will wait. and the number following. Okay. On the first page, it's 2.60.040, subsection A. The new language line starts with established policies and procedures, and then the text of that goes on with the requirement of this, and ends. No, on my page two. My page two starts with subsection B. So it's just the word chapter, and that's the end of the sentence. And then subsection B is review and approve policies and procedures. Yeah, if you make half a dozen of them, thanks. Oh, we're in the clerk's conference, right? First one. Right. You're saying we're this chapter, she's going to make copies and bring them down,
So we can add that word in.
Can we get changed, Jane?
Can you make copies of that, Sharon?
She's got, didn't you say this is bringing them down?
Yes.
I thought he asked her
She'll
to.
print them and bring them down.
Basically, what Val and I worked on was giving the committee the ability to draft policies and procedures to implement the new guidelines from the state. So we don't have to take everything back to the city council. We can establish that,
That's
which is what we talked about before.
subsection B, is in fact, this committee begins to promulgate regs for the
Right.
implementation of the.
And that's what we had talked about before. I'm trying to figure out, rather than prolong this, is there a way that we can vote on the insertion of this word chapter in here? I don't know if there's.
Oh, absolutely. This is all subject to us monkeying with this meeting endlessly if we want to. It's just that I'm worried that not every single person on the committee has even seen this, because when we vote on it, then it gets turned into the bill and heads for city council. Probably worth a minute or two to look at it.
That's the only thing we added from before. Do you have any information, Sharon, that you want to add to it?
This is the first time I saw this, so.
Does it cover what we need? How about you, Joe? Matt?
I'm good.
Oh, I can't say anything wrong with it, given it could be.
Well, I think that's the only thing that, my recollection was that was the only thing that you changed from the previous one. And again, it was the concept that we would be able to make those changes as an administrative process. So, yeah. And so the draft that we have under 2.60.040, subsection A, all that was missing was the chapter. So it would now read, establishes policies and procedures for use by the city in complying with the requirements of this chapter. And that's the responsibility, the responsibility of the records management committee.
Apparently, the section that was taken out where the records retention schedules were to be submitted to the city council, that all went through the statute, and I was there. That was never required. We just chose to put it in, I guess, at some point. So we took it out
But it's still on
and
page
replaced
3.
it with this.
Chris?
But it's still on page 3.
What's that, Sharon?
The city clerk shall submit the same to the city council for its approval. So we're still going to leave that in there? We're taking out such schedules shall become effective upon its approval by city council.
Thank you.
And it just says such approval shall be accomplished by this ordinance. So we've got something more in there. if that was your intent, to take out the city council approval. It's still in there.
No, he boxed that in, he replaced it.
Right above that, after such
Same.
schedule has been.
That's the same thing, though, whether the city council approves it by saying we hereby approve it, or whether they approve it by passing an ordinance, they're still involved, which means that we're left with power over policies and procedures for compliance and handling and responses, but about schedules themselves, 6 months, 2 years, 10 years, it's still going to be ordinance.
Right.
The city council saying it.
But what it does is it leaves the coverage under an ordinance, not individual schedules having to go to the city council.
And that, Sharon, I don't think we have any choice about, do we?
Yeah, I thought we had.
State law told us that
That's right.
it needs to be done by the council. And it says by ordinance or regulation, we concluded that we don't have an independent set of regulations. And the word regulation appears all through the municipal code, where it says regulation of businesses or regulations affecting businesses, and then proceeds 10 sections of the municipal code. So we have confused the two terms, and I think we have no choice. So that's probably, thank you for pointing it out, but I think it needs to stay that way.
I recall we had discussed those.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's good.
Any more discussion about the draft? Do we have a motion to accept the draft and move forward with that? Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. All right, that brings us to citizens' participation. Does anyone, member of the public, wish to be heard under this portion of the agenda? Seeing none, hearing none. Close citizens' participation, and the meeting's adjourned.
Yeah, word with you.
Yes.
I don't care if everybody
I
else
can't
listens.
talk to you since you shaved your mustache. You must have made it or something. I don't know what you did.
I was having trouble with my mask.
That's right! You do this every year, I forget.
Beverly and Sharon are going to sit down for a minute about a recurring problem that involves the PIOs getting involved in render's requests. Accepting them, sending out the request for filling them, taking them back from the custodians and handing them over to the members of the meeting. And they only take these from